my reflector friend, and welcome to your reading for the week of November 18th, 2024. My name is Christy, and it is a pleasure to be here with More Than Just Hands. As with all readings, take what serves you well and leave behind the rest. One of the most delightful things about being human is that we have free will choice. So no matter what messages Spirit has for us this week, we always have the power to change them. All right, so this week I am called to the moon. So we will first of all start with a Moonology Messages Oracle card, followed by a Moonology Manifestation card, and then we will do Strength, Weakness, and Advice with our friends from the tarot. Okay, I am going to start doing longer and more complicated spreads in the new year, but in the meantime, baby steps. Okay, alrighty, let's see what the moon messages, what the messages the moon has for us today. Here we go. Okay, what guidance can we have? All right, my dear reflector, or if this is going to resonate with you, the energy is for reflectors. However, anybody can receive messages, right? Okay, we have Seek Healing, Healing Moon. Look at the gorgeous colors on here. We've got some beautiful flowers. They look cherry blossom light. So seeking healing. I also love the multi-layers of this that are leading up to this crescent moon. Okay, so there are many layers of healing. We don't just snap our fingers and get rid of generational trauma, right? Or you don't go to one therapy session. There's all these layers that need to be unpacked and kind of peeled away. So we're looking at layers of healing this week. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Next up, we have the Moonology Manifestation ones. My first deck ever. I've said this before, and so I have a particular affinity towards it. Okay, so in terms of manifestation this week, reflector, we have you're very close to achieving your goal, gibbous moon. And here we are. So beautiful. I love the perspective of this card because it is like you are lying down in the forest looking up at this bright, beautiful, inspirational moon, right? And so sometimes we can't see the forest for the trees, you know, like it seems like everything is so everything is so full, or everything is so tight, and really what we need to do is kind of pick apart. And again, this is connecting with those layers of healing that the first card was showing us, right? So it's very interesting. So you're very close to achieving your goal, especially around the area of healing. Amazing. Okay, and strength, weakness, advice. So tarot. I haven't done a reading for 2 weeks, so I feel a little bit rusty, but that is okay because we're moving into a new era of FaceTime. Okay, so strength, we have, oh, look at this, the Fool. Okay, so our strength is the Fool. Weakness, the Eight of Wands, and the advice, the Page of Cups, which I will clarify in a minute. Later on, I'm going to have a second camera where we look at the cards on the table too, but I want to just keep moving forward. And to be honest, the idea of learning all the editing and everything is quite daunting to me. So that is a Christmas break project. So as the channel grows, so do my skills. And but a good step forward is, again, hey. Okay, a strength, the Fool. I love the Fool card. Okay, so the Fool is this very like we're about to start something new. And remember, like, you are very close to achieving your goal. And when we find that space inside for healing, we actually create space for new things, for things that are different, for things that are more aligned with who you are and where you want to be. So, but there's also kind of like, it's going to require a leap of faith, right? So there's this leap of faith that needs to happen with the Fool card, but it's positive, right? Every card has, in the tarot, has a lighter and a denser side, but the ones with the yellow backgrounds tend to err on the side of positivity. So this is a good thing. You're being very much encouraged to take it slowly, which we'll get to there in a minute. Okay, so but it's like there's this like the Fool already has everything that they need for their journey, right? So you already have everything within you. It's just a matter of tapping into that. And the way that we're going to do that is by focusing on the healing. And this can happen through therapy. It can happen through meditation. It can happen through exercise. Like, there's so many different ways that we can heal ourselves in body, mind, and spirit, that really it's up to you. And like, tune into your higher self for where you need to go with it, right? Do a higher self meditation, listen to something else on YouTube. You know, I listen to a YouTube meditation every day, and sometimes I spin the wheels, sometimes I'm more focused. It just kind of depends on like where I am that day and like the goals that, and kind of like what kind of mood I'm in, I guess, right? So, but the coolest thing is that you are very close to achieving the goal, which then of healing, which then makes space for a new adventure. Okay. Now, the Fool can be kind of uncomfortable because it's going to be something new. I always say it has some noob energy to it. And when you're like a noob at something, whether it's a new skill or a new sport or just a new job, right? Like, there's all these things. It's like, there's going to be some anxiety that is attached to it. Now, the Fool is pretty carefree. We are to say, like, so the Fool is an example for all of us that we are starting over all the time. So basically it's saying, like, we don't need to feel that anxiety is like, anxiety isn't all bad, right? Like, if we didn't have anxiety, we actually would die. So because it's part of what keeps us safe. Yes, it is part of our ego, 100%, but that our ego is, of course, our personality, our expression on earth, right? Your ego isn't bad. It's actually necessary. We really, really need it. But anxiety is there. So what the Fool is telling us is to go, it's okay. You have permission to take this next step forward in your life, and you have everything that you already need, even a little companion. Our family is about to get a dog. I'm very excited about it. Our last dog crossed the Rainbow Bridge about 3 years ago, and I used to have a horse, and then we had a second cat, and but now we're ready. So we're ready for something new. So there we go. Okay, the weakness. Okay, our weakness is the 8 of Wands. Now, this is one of the timing cards in the deck, and this basically is as a weakness, the 8 of Wands is impatience. So the weakness about this is that you want it to happen too quickly, right? So let's just take our time. Okay, you don't need to rush into things. Yes, we want to be taking steps forward. Okay. Yes, we want to be taking steps forward, and we want to take that leap of faith, but perhaps we don't need to do it be patient, right? Again, healing takes time. Okay. Healing is going to take time. And so we don't rush it, right? But don't let fear and anxiety stop you from taking those next steps. Baby steps, baby steps. Just like me with this channel, right? I've done 60 videos without showing my face, and now here we are, and we're going to move forward with this. Okay, and the advice. We have the Page of Cups. All right, the Page of Cups is a delightful. Pages are typically about new pathways, about starting something fresh. So again, the alignment is very strong here with this card, and it's going to be an emotional. Okay, so our cups are emotions, lots of other things, but definitely getting emotions here. So this is going to be some emotional healing. Okay, some emotional healing for you. again, you can also ask for help with this. Okay, I actually do want to clarify this card and just get a little bit more about the direction to go. Okay, so emotional healing, new path, very exciting. As a reflector, of course, you tend to absorb the, oops, oh, there it is. Okay, you tend to absorb the the vibes like from your environment, right? And so it's really important that when you do this healing, that you are doing it in a space where you feel safe, where you know that the energy is yours rather than other people's. As a reflector, that's very important. Okay, so our clarifying card is Justice, which is just this confirmation that what you're doing, you're doing justice to yourself. Right now, justice can be about law. It can be, it can be about legal matters. It can be about getting what you deserve. And actually, in this case, it is. You need to give yourself permission to heal because you deserve it, right? So there's the scales of justice, and this is a big deal. Okay, this is the only, oh no, it's not the only major arcana card that you have because you have the Fool. But this one is about midway. Okay, it's about midway through the major arcana. And the message is very, very clear. Like, it's coming in strong that you need to give yourself permission because you deserve it. And you deserve to have your life improve on a daily basis. So if you feel stuck, it is definitely time to take a step. Again, be patient, right? Because you'll be on a new emotional path, but it's going to serve you so well and create more balance in your life so that you can heal. And guess what, reflector? You're real close, okay? So have that faith. Okay, Spirit says so. Anyways, it's been, I'm so excited that this was my very first video, and then I'm sharing it with you, well, with my face and the background and all the things, new format. So I'm feeling that Fool card just like you are. And I hope you have a great week and take that baby step. Bye.